Okay, so I've just finished interviewing my sister. I never, ever, ever thought that I would be saying that I'm interviewing my sister. But here we are in these uncertain times. But I have to say that I am, I don't want to say it, but I am, okay, I'm going to say it. I'm super proud to interview her because I think she's done amazingly well. My two sisters run a company called Boutique, which is a wedding company. And then Samantha's pivoted because she realised obviously COVID-19, etc. And she's gone not all in because the Boutique empire is still going. But while Boutique is put on hold because it's a wedding company, a wedding venue company, then she's gone all in on this new company called Lionize, which is all about fitness and strength and just becoming better and better. And I think she's done amazingly well, and I can't wait for you guys to hear her journey. Hopefully, I did an okay job extracting out information that you guys will find motivating and inspiring, because it really is from a position where Samantha, she didn't know anything about products and bringing a product to market, and all of a sudden here she is now with selling a phenomenal amount of these bands. Now, don't ask me too much what these bands are. All I know is my wife's got one and she loves it. And anyway, I don't want to bore you too much, but hopefully you guys get something out of this great chat with my sister. She is the first ever interview on motivated entrepreneurs. And don't forget, every single week, we will be bringing you another entrepreneur with a motivational story in some way, shape or form, whether it's been what they've been through, and how they've come out the other end and how they've become better for, not better necessarily, but an inspiring story anyway, something that we can all relate to and get motivated by. That's the whole idea of these interviews. Anyway, Dean, stop talking and just get straight into the meat and gravy. Here is Samantha Robinson, and I want to say Samantha Robinson because I said it wrong in the interview. I actually called my sister Samantha Booty. She's no longer a booty. It's Samantha Robinson. Robinson. Okay, enjoy it. I'm going to shut up. Enjoy this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's Samantha Robinson. Hello there, motivational entrepreneurs. So today's interview is a little bit different. It's actually my sister, and she's going to talk about her journey. So Samantha Booty, you recognize the name, everybody. Welcome to the Motivated Entrepreneurs podcast. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'll just say I'm also Robinson now.
Oh yeah, you are. That's a good start. I've got the name wrong.
I've only been married for like 4 years, don't worry.
So it's not Booty anymore, it's Robinson, right? I've got it. So Samantha, tell the listeners a bit about you, give us a glimpse of your personal life, and also tell us what you do.
So obviously I'm Sam Robinson. I'm a mum to 3. I've got a stepdaughter Ava who's 10, I've got Lexi who's 6 and McKinley who's 4. Obviously take up a large part of my life. I'm also a co-founder of Boutique, which is a luxury teepee hire company. We do about 60 to 70 weddings every summer. And then I have just now launched my new fitness brand, which is Lionize Life. So we're just focusing all our efforts on that at the moment.
So I love asking this question then, right? What is your why? How the heck do you stay motivated, and how do you do what you do?
Right, I'm not going to lie. I'm not always motivated. I quite often like a wine and a Netflix night. But there is just something inside me that I cannot stop. Like, I've got a vision for this brand of Lionize, and I will not stop until it gets to that point. And as you know, and everyone else in the family, I'm boring the hell out of people because I'm obsessed with it. It's all I can talk about. It's all I can think about. I go to bed, I can't sleep. I have to get up and write something down, what I've thought of. I wake up in the morning, I want to do it. I'm obsessed, and I don't think you can buy that. You've either got it or you haven't. And I just, like I say, I'm boring you all, including my husband. I might be a booty soon if it carries on.
I can actually confirm that she is boring us all. And I thought, you know what, let's get out of the way and let's get her on the podcast as the first ever guest. So Samantha, the reason I got you on here, because genuinely, I don't want to say this too much, but I am actually really impressed the fact that obviously with COVID-19, the wedding industry isn't the best right now. And you've pivoted and gone to Lionize. So where did that come from? How did that start?
Well, Boutique is doing absolutely amazing, and it's at capacity now. Boutique is limited by external factors. It's limited by location. manpower. So it has been something that I've been thinking about for quite a while. I'm also like a keen fitness fan. I love doing my fitness and my workouts anyway. It's where my passion lies, always have done. And I was having a PT one day, and my back, I did something to my back, and it was absolutely agony. So the PT at the time said to me, "Go roll your back out." Just in general passing, "Go roll your back out." And I thought, well, what do you mean, go roll your back out? So after speaking to him, he went through kind of like the advantages of foam rolling, what it was all about. So I really started looking into that. I loved foam rolling. I was doing a lot of running at the time as well. And I literally swear down that I did not get injured training for a 10-mile run because I foam rolled before and after every single run. I swear by it. So I was just around that, and I thought, it's not as big in the UK as what foam rolling should be. So that was my driving force. And I thought, right, let me look into that further. And after some research, that's when I started creating my first product, which is the foam roller and water bottle in one. That's taken 2 years to get to this point, and it's due to arrive next week actually. But because it's taken so long, I started looking at what other fitness products I could do as well. So I've just been kind of like pushing on that basis, but just from a genuine passion in the fitness industry, which has led me to this point.
I love it. So you found a problem, and then you found a solution for the problem, and it worked for you, and it worked for what you needed. So therefore you knew that it wasn't as big as it should be maybe in the UK. So you created that solution for you and for others. So you've got other products as well. What other products have you got?
So we've got the fabric resistance bands. So resistance bands are, a well-used equipment and tool, especially for home workouts, which is obviously really relevant at the moment. But a lot of the resistance bands are made of rubber, which they roll, they snap, they're uncomfortable, they pull the hairs on your legs. So I was then looking to think, how can I adapt this product to make it to do something that I'd want to use more? So I created a fabric resistance band. It's got elastic inside, which gives it a non-slip grip fabric. It's brilliant. It doesn't roll, it doesn't slip. All the feedback has been 5 stars, and just saying that they love the fact that it's not rolling during the workouts, it's not slipping, it's really comfortable to use. So that's what I've launched with. Just waiting for the bottle to arrive, and it's gone absolutely crazy. I think that's a lot down to the lockdown, to be honest.
So Samantha, a lot of entrepreneurs out there will be thinking, right, okay, that's great. I've got an idea for a product, but I don't know how. How did you think of this idea? And then what was the next step? So you thought of the idea, but it's okay having the idea, because the idea is not the magic. It's the execution of the idea. How did you get the execution?
Well, that was the hard part. It's all brand new. I had no idea what I was doing. Still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going with it.
Nobody does.
Yeah, and you know what? I know it sounds cheesy and corny, but I did start looking into like motivational quotes and things. There was a lot of pictures with like ladders, and it said that you're never going to know how, the next steps. You've just got to keep moving up and up each step at a time. And you don't know what's over the top. You don't know what's there, but you just got to keep moving. So it was just literally research. And like I say, I think it took me around 6 months from establishing this idea with the foam roller water bottle to actually finding a supplier who was willing to actually produce it. That took absolutely, so long, but it's such an important part of the journey, because getting the right supplier is everything. And it was difficult because a lot of people were trying to offer me different things, but at the end of the day, I just went with the person that I thought had a passion and interest in what I was trying to produce, because I thought if they was interested and happy and engaged, then they're passionate about working with me. So yeah, it's been a process.
Oh, I absolutely love that. And that ladder quote, that's something that I often think about, because you don't need to know the full ladder. You don't need to know the full direction of where you're going. All you need to know is your next step. Just focus on that next step, that next step, that next step. And if you keep focusing on that next step, you will get to your destination. So here's a question for you, Samantha. How many times did you think about quitting?
Oh gosh. I mean, you know how many downs I've had with this, and there's been so many times I just thought, I'm never ever going to get this product to launch. And then you start spending more money, and then I got to a point where I thought, I can't stop now. I've invested too much, not just financially, but in time. And I just thought, I've got to keep going. But I have thought repeatedly, do you know what? I don't think this is meant to be. I think I better just cut my losses and walk away. But yeah, I think it had gone so far, I just knew I had to complete it. And I'm so pleased that I carried on, because I'm so proud of the bottle and I cannot wait for it to arrive next week.
So your resistance band then, Samantha, this is what on my news feed, on my Facebook, all I'm seeing all the time is this bloody lionized resistant band, and workout here, workout there. So how long has the product been out and how many have you sold?
Okay, so the product's been out it was 4 weeks on Wednesday, so just over a month. My aim was to sell 125 a month. That's what I was focusing on, but I've managed to sell 360 in the 4-week period. So looking at that, I'm going to hopefully sell out my stock within 4 months, when I plan that to be a 12-month project. So I'm over the moon with how quickly it's gone.
Whoa. And so why do you think it's gone so well in Samantha? What is the reason?
I think various things. I think people underestimate the power of being your brand. I know it's really cliche and a lot of people say, become your brand. But what I've been doing, hi Dad, what I have been doing for months, for my whole life really, but I've just started documenting it more so, is turning my personal Instagram and social media into fitness related content. I was trying to get an engaged audience on my personal profile, and trying to interact with people on there, so that when I was ready to launch the product, I had an engaged audience already sat there waiting. It's really odd, and what I found is people are quicker to engage with me personally on my personal Instagram account than they are to engage me on Lionize account. So a lot of the times when I've made contact with people, I've done it via my personal Instagram and tagged in the Lionize one, and then I get more results. I think, again, because I'm passionate, it's not something that I'm putting on. I'm so passionate about the fitness industry, about what I'm doing, about the workouts, that it just comes second nature. It's what I enjoy doing. So I think a combination with your personal platform and a genuine passion is what I think's helped. And obviously lockdown, home workouts have just escalated, so that's been absolutely great and obviously helped as well.
So I absolutely love that. So you basically the Gary Vee approach, and you've documented, not created. And the group I'm in with Tony Robbins and Dean Grazioni and Russell Brunson for the KBB group, and the Sam Ovens group as well, because I love my courses. And they always say that you've got to maximize your personal brand, because it's an asset there that nobody uses. If you can actually dial into that and just use that to elevate who you are and what you're selling and just your brand, then it makes a massive difference. And you've really tapped into that. And I've seen you also doing home workouts as well. So you're getting somebody else. You're actually, you can either buy audiences, you can borrow audiences, or you can build audiences. So there's the 3 ways of getting audiences. You're actually borrowing audiences because you are actually using somebody else's YouTube channel, somebody else's following, somebody else's Facebook, and you're doing those workouts. Where did that start from? Where did that idea come from?
So I truly believe that I was really struggling with my Instagram account at first for Lionize because the product wasn't here. And I thought, how can I start engaging this audience that's there? It wasn't a huge audience, it's still building now. And I wanted to start adding value to that audience that was there. So I started speaking to other local companies, other suppliers, and trying to just add value. And then obviously there was an increase in all the home workouts. And I thought, I've got a lot of contacts in the fitness industry because of my passion, because it's genuine. So it literally was just a matter of speaking to them and just saying, would you be happy to go live with me? Obviously that involved me doing it as well on my page with them. So it was stepping completely out of my comfort zone. But like you say, I was tapping into their engaged audience. And I think another huge thing that people massively underestimate is micro influencers. My business plan focused heavily on influencers. And what I've found is I have a lot. It's great for brand awareness to get a huge influencer. But if you're looking for business sales, then to get a micro influencer, it's so much more efficient and effective. And people are so engaged with those people. They're just brilliant. And for me to have the chance to work with their audience that's already there, them to see my products, that's been a win-win for everyone.
Who'd have thought it? Here I am, actually sat here taking notes from my little baby sister. This is incredible. So Samantha, right? So somebody's out there thinking, okay, I've got this idea, right? If you look back at all your efforts that you've been through in the past 2 years, what do you think have been the biggest needle movers, the things that have moved you furthest along, the 80-20, so the ones that have got you 80% of your results for 20% of your time?
Well, like I say, it has to be the micro-influencers. That has been the biggest stepping stone for the business. I can't underestimate it or undervalue it, because it's absolutely massive. And I think people focus too heavily. Like I did a course, I'm following in my brother's footsteps, and it was a live course with 3 business owners. And one of them actually said that when they launched the business, they wish they had this knowledge now, because when they launched the business, they put thousands and thousands of pounds into influencers and trying to get sales through that method. But they wish they knew now that if you want an engaged audience, you've got to go to your micro-influencers. You're looking at pages with 1,000 followers, but really engaged audience that are, with great likes, with great percentage of likes compared to the followers, with comments. People are buying into those people. So if you can get into that audience, it's definitely, I'd definitely say that is, 20% of my efforts and getting a brilliant result.
That's excellent. And I've said to you, some of your superpower is definitely how you engage people on social media, how you're able to have connections with people. And I think that has massively helped you as well. So where in the next 12 months, Samantha, where does your Lionized brand go from here? And obviously you've got Boutique, which we don't know what's really going to happen with COVID. So let's focus on Lionized. Where do you think it's going to go in the next 12 months? What are your goals?
Well, like I say, we've launched the fabric resistance band, which I'm really, really pleased with. But obviously the bottle arrives next week. Cannot wait to get that out there. My issue with that is I think it's going to be a harder sale because it's such a new concept in the UK. I think it's going to be harder to get people to listen to the benefits of it. It would be my dream come true to get it on a platform that it was a brand that people know of. I mean, it's not going to happen in the next 12 months, but my idea for this brand is to get it to your likes of Gymshark, Nike. I want to be stocked retailer in the UK. I want people to know of Lionized. I want people to wear it. I want people to tag it. I want Lionized workouts, Lionized courses for transformations. There's so much I want to do with the brand. I've got more products coming. I want to start doing gym clothing, so many more products and clothing. I've got so many plans. It's ridiculous. And I know I've got to rein it in and just be, I listened to a live actually last night with Linda Plant, and she said, you've got to be realistic and you can't run before you can walk. And I really do need to take a step back and think to myself, this is going at a pace that, to be honest with you, it's probably too fast for me at the minute. But
we don't listen to that advice in this family. We just run.
Well, I know, and it's a good job I'm good at running. But I do need to, I need to really put pen to paper and say, realistically, where do I want to be in 12 months? Because I want too much at the moment. I need to narrow it down and focus for the next 12 months where I realistically want to get to.
So somebody listening to this podcast right now then, and they're thinking, YouTube now, as we're actually on a video. So someone's listening to this right now and they've got an idea. What would your advice be? Would it be just to start, or where would they start? How do they start this process? Because I would have if starting a product, bringing a product to market, I've got many years of experience in business, but I wouldn't have a clue what to do. I'd be just like overwhelmed completely. So if somebody's got an idea, what would you do? Where's the first step? Where would they go?
Well, don't think too much about it. I think you've just got to start. If I looked at all the things that I didn't know what to do, I wouldn't have started. But I just, like I say, kept taking them little steps. And gosh, the terminology that, suppliers were sending to me. What's the MQA? What's the MQA? I have no idea. Minimum quantity. It's not even that. MQA, minimum quantity order. I literally had no idea, and I was like, I don't know. Sorry, what's MQA stand for? Just the terminology used, and it was really, really difficult. And I just think you've just got to step out your comfort zone, take that jump. Like I said, I listened to Linda last night. She just said that you've got nothing to lose in the present climate. Jobs are uncertain, futures are uncertain. Some people are being made redundant. Some people have lost jobs. Some people can't get work who are searching for work. This is the perfect time to start it. What have you got to lose? And I think you've just got to go for it. Don't worry too much about what you don't know. Just focus on the next step of what you do know and just keep moving forward. As long as you're moving, you know, you're going in the right direction.
Momentum. Yeah, everybody says to me about jobs and they want to have a safe career plan with, you know, going to work for these insurance companies or banks or whatever. The problem nowadays is nothing is safe. There's no certain jobs, and so I'd rather back myself than back other people on my behalf. And so, but it's uncertain times. It definitely is. So Samantha, first of all, I really, really appreciate you coming. I've just got 5 more questions for fun for you. So these are 1-sentence answers. I love these. What does your perfect day look like?
Oh gosh, right now, just a day without the kids, cleaning, anything, just a day without the kids.
Give us 1 tool you can't live without. It could be Facebook for you or Instagram.
Social media, 100%.
And what's a daily habit that contributes to your success?
My personal fitness journey. It's good for the mind, it's good for the body, it's also good for the brand.
100% agree. I try to go for a run every single day, and part of that is getting out of the house, but I really, really enjoy that. It's me time, it's my time, and that for me makes a massive difference to my mental state, my mental abilities for the rest of the day. What's the best advice you have ever received?
Don't give a shit about what anyone else thinks of you. Gary V.
And recommend 1 book.
How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie.
Yeah. Do you know, I was interviewing on another podcast, and he actually said, I've got to be honest with you, I like the Gruffalo. I was like, that is fantastic.
Well, I don't know what my brain should be just thinking of children's books. I've been, stuck with them for how many weeks, but.
So Samantha, if people wanted to find out more about you, the Lion Eyes brand, watch one of your daily workouts or get involved with one of your daily workouts, where on earth would they go?
If you want to know anything about me and my private life, it's all over social media. My Instagram account is where you'll find everything.
Right. What is your Instagram account for everybody listening?
It's Sam_booty_fitness, and obviously the business one, Lion_Eyes_life.
Oh, so there you go. So it is Booty in the end, is it? Right.
Well, I thought that I wish I'd kept my name now, because Booty goes better with my brand, the Booty Band.
It does.
I was actually meant to say that. I was going to do a personate to say, 10 things you don't know about me. One thing is, my surname was Booty, and I now do Booty Bands. I mean, I'm thinking of changing my name back to Booty.
Yeah, get divorced. Get rid of that Ellis. Right, Samantha, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you, and hopefully people will check out some of your workouts.